Hello, and welcome back to Wolfcast, episode 28. I'm here with Fang and the Tru Alpha. Yay!
Yeah.
How's it going?
How's it going? So, what's the subject today, guys?
No idea.
No idea. It's just relaxing. Is the title today? Things that we like to do to relax, and things that we find relaxing, and things just make our day a little bit easier, and not so crazy like it normally is. So, what are some fun things you guys like to do to relax?
Sleep.
Sleep. Yeah.
Sleep's a good one.
I don't know.
Honestly, I don't
I'm
relax that
not
often.
prepared.
I'm typically always either stressed out or worrying about something. Don't exactly
Yeah.
have a moment to relax unless I'm sleeping.
That's
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Like I feel like from the time I wake up, I'm like, fuck, okay, I gotta work, I gotta do this today, I gotta get all this done. And then my brain doesn't shut off until my body finally, or however it works, finally I just fall asleep. Because even most generally I'm laying in bed and I can't even fall asleep because my mind is constantly fucking going.
just racing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how it is when I'm trying to sleep. My brain just doesn't want to shut off. It just wants to keep, going. I'm like, no, I like to sleep, please, please. And it's like, nah, fam. We're gonna talk about everything that's been on your mind. I'm like, no, I want to go to sleep.
It's like even
I
playing video games. It's not so much as a relaxing thing as it is a distraction thing almost. It's not. There ain't nothing relaxing about playing video games anymore. There's no just casual game you can sit back and just relax playing it.
Yeah,
I
because
was
it's
actually getting ready to mention that. Like if I was having a bad day or just like upset or whatever, video games was my escape. But like now, like I'm just so bored with like everything. Like I log in, get on, I don't even want to play video games. And like you just mentioned, like it's not even relaxing anymore. Because like it used to be like you get on, you just play. But now like there's people like me that like, oh, I got to finish the campaign. Oh, I got to do the challenges. Oh, if you play a battle royale, oh, I got to win. Oh, I got to kill people. Like it's just even video games aren't relaxing anymore. You're
Like
sweating.
you got games like Power Wash Simulator and Lawnmower Simulator, which are relaxing, but they're also boring.
well, I mean, for some people they enjoy that because it's
I enjoy watching somebody else play it. I don't enjoy playing the game myself.
enjoy somebody else. I
I
mean,
think. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying. I mean, I know how you feel about it because I mean, there is a lot of let's plays out there, and we just watch people play let's plays because I mean, for some of us, it's just something calming.
Mm-hmm. It's
I was
background
gonna.
noise.
I was gonna say. Oh, what was I gonna say? Fuck. I should have cut you off and went. Uh,
That
I
sounds
really
like
don't fucking
starts with.
remember. I know there's two things I was gonna say, but they weren't ones or what I was gonna actually say. I would say the only time besides sleep that I can actually not worry about anything, and I don't condone this, is when I used to get high all the time.
Yeah,
All
Fuck it,
my
I
problems.
condone that. Yeah,
I mean, it's practically legal almost everywhere now,
yeah.
except for our
Fuck it,
state,
Well,
I
I
yeah.
mean,
guess.
if you do it responsibly.
Oh yeah, of
Don't like,
course.
yeah, don't go out and drive and do stupid shit like, chill with your friends, be at a house or whatever, or be by yourself, smoke weed and watch TV and go to
Smoke
bed,
weed
whatever.
every day.
But
Just
like I would have all these problems that I would still do to this day, think about and like, whatever, I would smoke and then I would turn on the TV and just hours would pass and then I'd finally come back to like not that I was out of it or anything, but like
Yeah,
or like stupid out of it, but like that high would go away and I'd be like feel a little
right.
bit less stress and like you didn't think about it for those hours.
I mean, for me, it puts me to sleep. Whenever I used to do it when I was younger, it would help me sleep, and because I have
Another reason why I did it.
yeah, I struggle to fall asleep as it is. Like, It's just like either I can't get my mind to turn off, or it's just, I'm laying there trying to get to sleep, but my body's just like, hey, I'm not tired. I'm like, but I'm tired. I want to go to bed. It sucks.
Another one that I think that has helped me relax lately, which is expensive as fuck to do, but is getting a tattoo.
Yeah. So,
Like,
Causing physical trauma on your body is relaxing.
well, no, because
no, because
it's
like,
legit.
like when I got my first tattoo, I'll say it was unprofessional, which I wanted a tattoo. I wanted to know what it felt like. I personally thought it hurt like shit, but also the guy wasn't a professional. And then, so years go by. I think I did the math the other day when I was talking to my artist. 8 or 9 years I hadn't had a tattoo, or well, it'd been 8, because this year would be 9. I hadn't had a tattoo, so going in and getting that first tattoo after 8 years, I was freaking out. Because I don't mind needles, but I don't like going to the doctor. I don't like going to the dentist. My teeth are fucked up, and I refuse. But I finally went and got it done, and yeah, it kind of like hurt because I wasn't used to it. But after so many now. Like I go in there and she's like, so this is what we're doing today, right? And I'm like, yep. And then like I just lay there and like all my problems go away, just
You,
for an hour or two, just.
you just lay there
And
and
I'm
take it
like,
like the good
yeah,
bitch you are.
I ain't no bitch. But I find it relaxing.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what
It's
episode is
expensive.
this?
28.
28.
28? Alright.
No, I mean, because I agree. Like, there are people out there that like getting tattoos for them is just something that are just like they get all their stress out through the needle, going in and out of their skin. To them, it's their form of therapy, and
That's
and it works.
that's
You
what
know,
I say too. Like I walk in, I think almost every single time I walk in, I sit down in the chair and I'm like, all right, therapy session.
right?
Just laughs. But it's also like it's one of those things where like because my tattoo artist is fucking cool as shit,
Mm,
and it sucks that she's leaving, but I understand her situation. But like, um, it's one of those things where like damn near if it wasn't a Friday or Saturday or her days off, I could text her like Monday through Thursday and be like, if I had a bad day at work and I had a tattoo idea, like, hey, is there any way I can get this today or tomorrow? And she would get me in. And so it was also like another thing for me being like, oh, I'm having a bad day. I'm stressed out. I'm pissed off. Go in there and all my problems go away for 2 or 3 hours. And
yeah.
yes, the problems come back after, but like just to be able to get away from stress and all those problems for 2 or 3 hours is amazing.
Oh yeah. It's like and for me, if I had the money to do it more, I would be right there with you. It would just ink me. Um, for me, I think forms of relaxing is, one, it's sitting down to just, I know with certain games and PC games, video games, yes, they are stressful because it's just a pain in the ass. And you're just like, but whenever I sit down and play Final Fantasy, if I'm not like in a stupid group, trying to grind things, yeah, I'm generally enjoying and relaxing playing Final Fantasy. Reading's another one, and doing art, like just personal art is relaxing. Like doing commissions, like this one is a bit taxing at times, and I'm just like, ugh. But generally, just doing art in itself is relaxing for me.
Masturbation is pretty relaxing.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't fault you on
It only
that
takes
one.
me 2 minutes, but those 2 minutes are a fucking game changer.
That little
Wait, it's only 2 minutes for you?
that little like dose of not euphoria,
Serotonin.
that you can get from it. Yeah, it can be pretty relaxing.
You just get off and you're like, ah.
And then the real world comes crashing in on you, and you're like, "Fuck!"
Round two.
It's like, I'm
Again!
going again.
Oh, wait, no.
I didn't know I could get it up that quick, but here we go.
Let's go!
You do it enough times, you unlock the forbidden camo.
Oh, good God.
I fucking got that 10 times over.
What?
The forbidden camo. If you do it so much, you unlock the camo, which means what I'm getting at is I do it a lot, okay?
Yeah, no, the forbidden camo is you eventually do it until you're bleeding.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah.
I thought you were making like a Call of Duty reference. You know, you've done it so much you get the achievement.
No.
I got the achievement.
That's why I was concerned. I'm like, dude, that ain't good.
That ain't good.
I know, right when you said, wait, what? And I was like, I guess I misinterpreted this one.
And it's just
My bad.
Another one. This is what I was gonna say. I don't know how it just came back to me after that masturbation talk, but hanging out with my friends, which I don't do it enough.
You need to come over more often.
You don't let me.
Whatever. I tell you all the time to come over and hang out with us.
I knocked on the door in the pouring rain. You guys slammed the door in my face.
Yeah, for context, we have never fucking done that, nor has he ever fucking done that.
Yes, so that's
I'm just kidding.
Bold-faced lie.
Lose the fucking attitudes.
I can't. I'm a woman.
That's true.
Oh.
Constant attitude on my end.
Oh.
Like, I know that I shouldn't condone being fucking shit-faced drunk either, and I know that we're all getting older, but like, I think I need one of those nights where I'm just fucking piss-faced drunk.
Yeah. I mean, it helps. As long as it's not like, a constant, oh, I'm always constantly getting drunk. As long as you eventually still...
I've never had a hangover, and I've never, like, I think there's been one day where I drank and I felt like shit the next day. But, where was I going with this? Why am I keep fucking blinking today? Like, I don't do it often. I don't think I could do it often. Like, I couldn't do it like in every, like, there's those people that come home, and I'm not calling anyone out by this. I don't mean this in a bad way, but like, we'll just drink every single day. Or get pissed drunk every single day. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Or the people that get fucking baked out of their mind every day. Like, I'm all up for you, like, you want to get high, chill out for the after you get off work, whatever. But the people that are like baked all day long, like, no, or drunk all night long, no.
There are some that just, stay in that state of, perpetual drunkenness,
Functioning alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's technically what I am.
You're not a functioning alcoholic.
I wouldn't say you're an alcoholic, though. You drink, and even before, like, you were drinking as much as you do now, which is not a lot for the people that are listening. But
Unless
I know
it's
you
Friday,
have...
if it's Friday or Saturday night, I'm probably piss-faced drunk.
Well, yeah, but that's fine. But I mean, like, on the nights after work that you have to work the next day, Monday through Friday and whatnot, you drink enough to, where you feel it, but you're not like, oh, tomorrow's gonna suck.
I have had nights like that where I overdo it, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I shouldn't have drank that last one.
But see,
I'm not gonna go to bed.
Yeah, but see, that's where you need to stop, because you're like, oh, no.
It concerns me because last night, so last night I attempted and succeeded on a 12-hour stream. I actually exceeded it. I streamed for 16 hours straight, no breaks.
On one video game. Plots to you.
On one video game. I had different people come in and play with me over the course of the night. I played with some other furs that I met through Discord, as well as my League of Legends teammates.
Kinky.
Shut the fuck up. But I started streaming at 12, started drinking at 5. I drank my last glass at 4 a.m. and I felt fucking peachy. Yeah. Like I was staggering a little bit, like, over my words. But I got up and I walked just fine.
You said this couch looks pretty comfortable.
Well, no, because I've had nights in the past where I have 4 or 5 glasses. Like, I start drinking at 5, I stop drinking at 9 or 10. And I have nights like that, and I'm staggering up the stairs. I'm hugging the toilet for 2 hours.
It's probably because you were drinking so much in that period of time versus from 5 to 4. That's almost 12 hours.
Or you're slow drinking, instead of,
you were slowly drinking. Plus, you were probably drinking in between games and stuff.
Whenever I was dead, yeah. Like, I'd die, or if we were in the lobby, I'd take a sip, set it down.
So, yeah, you were drinking over time for a 12-hour period.
16 hours, and I want to say 40-some-odd minutes. But that information right there, if I were to start streaming at 10, 11, or noon on a Saturday, I could do a 24-hour stream. easily. Because at that 16-hour mark, I went to bed not because I was tired. It was because I didn't want to fuck my sleep schedule.
That, and you
I
had me
want
up
to
there going, "Come to bed, please."
I want to attempt a 24-hour stream. The only problem with that is that currently I'm bored with all the games I play. I'm
Right.
enjoying Apex when I play it, but I'm not gonna play it without people because of one, I suck at it. But what I'm getting at is when it comes to the 24-hour stream, I would be bored and I'd have to switch up the games and I would have to have multiple people playing with me. And I feel like the only two people that would, stay up through like those long period of hours, or at least a portion of those hours, would be you two.
Yeah.
Because what I found out yesterday is that Smeagol doesn't game anymore. I thought he was
Really?
playing Fortnite, and I hopped into his lobby, and he was just sitting in the lobby. So I sat there for a minute, kept like doing different emotes, see if it would catch his attention. He would hear it on his TV or whatever. I said, "Fucking start." I texted him and said, "Fucking start." And he goes, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, I was like, "I'm in your Fortnite lobby." And he's like, I gave my Xbox to my son. I don't even have any games anymore."
Huh.
And then Scuba Steve, he plays games, but it's mainly on the Switch. He's all hooked on his Switch, which is fine. The Switch is fun, but he doesn't get on and play Fortnite or COD or anything.
That's
So
why I am thankful. So the people that I was playing with last night, it kind of worked out in the process. Because the people I was playing with last night, it was Kez, Glitch, and Grizz. Shout out to all you guys. You're an amazing group of people. But they're no, I'm sorry. Glitch is in Chicago, and you can tell because he's got that accent. He's got that. Hey Ben, you got the my cousin Benny accent is what he's got, and it's great. But Glitch and Kez are in the UK. So when I was sitting there at midnight 1 a.m. playing with Kez and Glitch, over there in the
stupid late for them.
over there in the UK, it was 4 or 5 a.m.
Mhm.
Yeah, I joined in at that point.
And then Grizz, I don't even know if Grizz went to fucking bed. I'm gonna be real, because Kez got off, Kez and Glitch got off, and my buddy Dagger and my buddy Bunk, who are also members of Tactical Gaming, hopped in and they played some games with me. And then Dagger wanted to go play Valorant, and Bunk was tired, or something like that happened. I don't remember. But then Grizz hops in my lobby, and it's at that point gotta be 5, 6 a.m. if not earlier. And he was on still when I got off at 4 a.m. our time, which would have put it probably about 8 or 9 a.m. for him.
Hmm.
So I'm not even sure he fucking slept. I know he made a comment that he slept for 16 hours, 16, 17 hours the previous day, so he probably wasn't tired.
Yeah, he probably had slept himself, awake.
Fuck
But
that. I could sleep 12 hours and still be tired 6 hours later.
I've had weekends where, or like I'll come home Friday after work, I'll sleep from 3 p.m. and then I'll wake up at like 8 p.m., eat dinner, go to bed.
Yeah.
Go right fucking back to bed. Yeah.
Hazard
I
obviously
know
got
it-
crunched on his bone.
Yeah.
Another thing that was relaxing, and even my father pointed it out, because I'm not trying to get back on this topic, it's just a side note. I finally broke down to my father and told him how I'd been depressed and was going through some shit, and he was like, he got real religious on me, which I hadn't seen that side of him. Like, he doesn't go to church and shit like that, but
Yeah,
like
your dad doesn't seem religious to me.
he's not like a, hey, don't cuss in my house, don't do this, I don't, like, you're not allowed to do this, that, and the other. Like, and I'm not saying that's what Christians are and whatnot, but he's told me that he prays every night and this, that, and the other. And what I was getting with this is that he said, one of the time, or what I seen when I seen you the happiest this past year after all that shit went down, is when you were working out. And I said, that's the most I've felt, me, because I had a goal. Like, I was like striving to lose all this weight. And even though I know some of these people go to the gym 2-3 times a day, 2 hours at a time, which props to them. I couldn't do it. I don't have a time flexibility for that. But I would go for an hour, hour and a half. Sometimes I would even go two if I was just feeling myself that day. But like, he's like, you seemed really relaxed and the happiest, and so I agreed with him on that. You know, like I think the gym was a relaxing thing for me, but I haven't had that strive to go back.
Well,
I want to go with you. I don't want to go to the gym alone. I couldn't go to the gym alone. Like, props to you for doing it. I couldn't.
I think that like if I found the motivate, well, one thing that sucks is that, you know, a lot of these people that we watch through YouTube and whatnot, you know, they can go to the gym and then still do their shit, which is kind of like a mental thing that I think about all the time. Like, you know, they have that motivation because they're not like, yes, their 9 to 5 job is, you know, getting on their gaming and shit and streaming or making a YouTube video, whatever. But, you know, and I'm not saying my job's hard or whoever your job's harder or
My
whatnot.
job's easier than shit. I
But,
fucking drive a
you
forklift.
know, waking up at 4 in the morning and then going to work and working 9 hours, you know, you come home and you have all these things that you need to do, whether like you and I, like, you know, we have to stream because that's our mindset, you know, that we want to work towards streaming. And then like, you know, like I watch a bunch of TV shows and shit, so like I don't have all the time in the day. And yes, it's just an hour and a half, but like I don't have the time for it. And if I didn't have a 9 to 5 job versus like if I was just streaming, you know, I could stream 8 hours, go to the gym 2 hours, I'd be fine. But what was I getting at this? There's brain fart number 3 of the fucking podcast. 21 minutes in. Oh, if I could just find that motivation after getting off work, you know, switching clothes, switching shoes, and just going to the gym, because the gym is literally 2 blocks away from my house.
Right.
I mean, it's
I
in my
mean, hell,
neighborhood.
I got one right across the street from my apartment. Like, it's literally right across the street in that main office. I still don't fucking go.
Because I did that when I was working out. I would work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you know Thursday would come. Like I'm just not fucking feeling it, and then I'd walk down there, and then I'm ready to go. I think that if I can get the energy after work to walk down there and get there, I'll be fine. It's just I can't seem to find that energy again. I don't know.
Maybe
I mean,
buy
I'm
some
still
equipment
losing the weight. I'm still, you know, I wouldn't say I'm, you know, 100% on the diet that I was on because when I started my diet, I was strict.
Right.
I wouldn't eat half the dinners that dad and them went out and got or did. And I was strict, but like now I can still eat. I eat a lot more what I want, but I'm still losing the weight, which is fine. Not as much as I was when I was working out, but I don't know. I feel like if I was still working out, never gave it up 3 months ago, that I would probably be 20 more pounds down. But oh no, that's just another thing that I think's relaxing, and I need to get back to it. But
yeah, I know
only
for
time
me,
will tell.
like I said, reading's relaxing for me, and it's funny because sometimes reading will be phenomenally relaxing, and then other times I'll be like,
For me,
I
I've
can't put this
always,
book down.
yeah, literally.
I've always loved water.
I
Like,
love water.
anything to do with water. I love rivers. I love lakes. I love the ocean. And yeah, don't get me wrong. There are times where I'm sitting there and I could be swimming in the middle of the lake. And if my feet aren't touching the ground,
Panic.
I'll sit there and for a brief moment, my mind will go, what's below me right now? You know, like, what is swimming beneath me? And I know a lot of people have that similar thing where it's like, you know, that paranoia sets in, and that's why a lot of people don't go deep into the ocean or deep into lakes or deep into rivers even. What stops my paranoia from happening, what keeps me relaxed, is my knowledge of what I'm swimming in. So, like, I go to Lake Monroe here in Indiana. I know every species of fish, turtle, and snake.
You have a mild case of aquaphobia.
Huh?
It's aquaphobia.
Oh, yeah.
Or hang on, no, that's fear of water. It's
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's that feeling that something is big beneath you.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to me and water, because like I don't know if you like remember when we went camping, I didn't want to get off the boat for a minute.
Thalassophobia.
Thalassophobia?
Yeah.
Thalassophobia.
Yeah. The fear of the ocean, or it's the fear of not knowing what's underneath of you.
Yep.
But that's what like how it is with me. Like I eventually got off the boat and was swimming. And I was fine, but it takes that jump first to get off. Is because I fear two things in this world, and a lot of people think I'm crazy. Because everybody has these phobias, and I might have more, but like my two biggest ones is the fear of losing a loved ones, so like my friends and family, and then the unknown. Not like paranormal and all that, but like what you were touching on, like I don't know
What
what's under
is it?
me.
Yeah, what is this?
I
What's in the dark?
and I can walk down the street just fine. Have my headphones in. I don't care. If you're gonna run up and rob me, then I'm getting robbed or I'm gonna fight trying whatever. But I don't know what is in the dark.
Yeah.
Right.
So like just to touch up on what you were saying.
But it's that. So I know a lot of people. My mom, for example, I love her. She will not go past her ankles into the ocean. I think she might go to like her knee height, but she will not go past that. Me and my dad will swim out there until we see something we don't like, and then we're gone. Which is kind of a bad way to think about it because it's oftentimes what you can't see that gets you.
Mm.
I think I told this on the podcast before. There was a story. Me and my dad, we were in Florida. We went out into the ocean, and we can't touch. He and I are both 6 foot. He's 6'2", I'm 6'1". So we're in probably about 7 feet of water. Not stupid deep, but pretty far out there. And I'm sitting there cracking jokes with my dad. Then he suddenly freezes and is looking behind me. In my mind, behind me should just be open ocean. Like there shouldn't be anything outside of the occasional wave. But he stops me from talking. He turns me around. He's like, I just saw 2 fins back there. And so now we are frozen in the water. We are moving just enough to keep our heads above. But we're watching. We are scanning the wave. I'm practically blind because I don't have my contacts in and I didn't have my glasses on. None of that fun shit. Same with him. He didn't have his contacts in. He didn't have his glasses on. We are basically blind going off of sheer movement. And then sure enough, a couple minutes later, we see something arc out of the water and then arc back in. Based off of that motion, it told us it was a dolphin and we were fine. See dolphins around, it's usually safe swimming. Because a dolphin will fuck up a shark. I'm not kidding. They bully sharks for fun.
Oh, I know.
Like, they'll just go up and jab their snouts into the gills of sharks to suffocate them.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking pricks.
You're not wrong.
They get high off of pufferfish toxins. They will sit there and poke at a pufferfish until it releases its toxins, and then they'll get high off of it. Like, those motherfuckers are weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're also the only other animal on the planet that has sex for pleasure.
Yeah, and they also have homosexual sex as well.
Yep, but they are not the only other animal to exhibit those tendencies.
Nope. That's actually all through.
Not all through.
No,
it is specific species.
No,
it's not every species.
But it is all throughout the animal kingdom. There is species that do that.
And typically it's for overpopulation purposes. Nature tells them to stop getting with females or to change the female to male ratio of their surroundings. So there's a frog that'll become female if there are too many males around or whatever, and vice versa, just to try and slow that slow that burst of population.
So that's what dominance thing too.
It is also a dominance thing, and then like you got wolves. Wolves will stop mating with females and they'll start humping males just to get that instinct out of their brain to hump something. So they'll start humping each other, and it's like it is by definition technically homosexual tendencies, but to them it isn't. It's
just natural.
It's just nature. It's what nature does.
Yeah.
That's why I'm starting to think in a weird way, and you can get mad at me, you can disagree with me. Good on you. You have every right to fucking do so. I'm sure you guys maybe have noticed over the years, let's say the past 12 years, the number of homosexual people and transgender people has gone huge.
Oh yeah.
It is definitely increased because like 2001, 2002, I knew maybe like 1, 2 gay guys, didn't know a single trans person.
And this is by no means bashing.
Oh yeah, I am
whatsoever.
not. I am
We're
100%.
complete 100%
Oh, yeah.
allies in this household.
It's just something
Oh,
that
yeah,
I've
me too.
noticed, and like I said, you can disagree with me, and that's by all means.
Well, it's
Yell at me,
because
disagree
now
with
it's
me.
more people are comfortable with coming out, being like, "Hey, this is who I truly am."
I see that, but I almost also disagree. For one reason, the human race is vastly overpopulated.
Yeah.
Like, you can sit there and argue this all you want. The numbers don't lie. There are billions of humans on this earth.
Mm.
That's a fuckload of humans.
It's huge.
Fucking huge.
People like fucking.
People like fucking. And, I mean, we can't exactly do what China does for population control.
Yeah.
But what if the reason we're seeing an influx of homosexual and trans people is nature telling humans to fuck off? What if nature's telling us, if you're not going to stop fucking each other, I'm going to make you stop reproducing? And it's entirely possible. And another argument I have for this is, so you have those assholes out there like, oh, you can't be born gay. Oh, you can't be born in the wrong gender. That's not how nature works.
Yes, you can.
We see it in nature all the time, so it absolutely can work in nature. So that's why I don't think it's people being more comfortable coming out. I think it's nature making it natural.
Yeah.
I would agree with you on that, but I also think a big part is a lot of people are more comfortable. Because, like, you have
Oh,
all
absolutely,
these
it
TV
could be.
shows that are coming out with stuff, and then people just, we're at a time and age where people just don't fucking care. Like, you know, hey, I'm getting bullied for it already. Might as well just fucking, you know, if you're gonna hate me, you hate me. That's exactly how I feel. You know, if you hate me, you hate me. You don't like me, that's on you. I don't give a shit. I'm not gay. I'm not bi.
I'm bi.
But like, if I was, hypothetically speaking, tomorrow said, you know what, I'm dating a guy, you know,
Good on ya.
whatever.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah, I would love that support, but also if someone came up to me and was like, you're a fucking, I'm not saying this as a disrespectful way. You're a faggot.
Yeah,
You're queer, whatever. Okay, cool. I don't give a shit. If that's what you think about me, cool. I don't care. I will say this. I back in my younger years, I would always be like, okay, there's gay people, you know, there's lesbians. Obviously, as a male, we were like, cool, fucking lesbians, awesome, sweet. I never had a problem with any gay person, but my mindset was always like, just don't flirt with me, you know, I don't want to have to be in that situation to where like, hey, you know, fuck off.
Which it's fucked because a lot of adult men, typically in their 40s, still have that, oh, I don't like gay men because I don't want to be flirted with.
But yeah,
What makes you think they want to flirt with you in the first fucking place, you ugly son of a bitch?
But now, what I'm getting at is that I don't mind it. If you flirt with me, I feel flattered.
I'll flirt fucking back. One of us will quit.
And I do sometimes for just, you know, whatever. But like, you know, what I'm getting at is that, and I never thought in a million years that I would even say this on a podcast or whatever. But I've gotten to the point where like I'm so comfortable with my sexuality, like I'm still not gonna, you know, have sex with the same gender because that's not me. I love women, and that's just my preference. But I'll sit there and I'll be 100% honest with you, be like, you know, that's a good-looking fucking guy.
Oh yeah, there are very pretty men. There are very handsome men.
There are very pretty men.
There are some men, I look at them and I go, God fucking damn, dude.
He gets laid.
I don't care what you're fucking, I just know you're fucking.
You fuck with that dick?
You're like, God damn.
God damn, I bet he shits out that ass.
I don't think I said that. Hey, you fuck with that dick, man?
It's just how I see it. And I will say, back in when I was 19, I always had an issue with the pushiness of some homosexual individuals that were in my life at the time, because they were pushy. And we had gotten to it was a drunk night. We had gotten into an argument over something. It wasn't like oh, you're fucking stupid. It wasn't one of those. It was a debate. We sat down, we drank, and we had a debate. And that's what made me come to the realization that maybe it is nature saying quit fucking. Nature doing its own population control. And therefore making gay and trans people a natural thing that you can be born into. Because I sat there and I talked to him. I was like, all right, so based off of what you're saying, you are saying that you were born gay. And he's like, yes. And I was like, okay. In nature, every male is born with the sole desire to reproduce. That is the man's job. That is the male of the species' job. It is to reproduce, keep the species going, and survive. Which means they almost have to be attracted to the opposite race. So if you're saying you were born gay, that would make your situation, your genetics, almost, and for lack of a better term, I want that to be clear, for lack of a better term, I use the word an abomination in nature. Thinking back on it, I could have probably used the term enigma or an oddity in nature.
Or the actual usage of the word queer.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah, or queer,
means
like
odd.
I could have used any of those words, but I used the word abomination because that's an abomination is something that is different from the natural order. And he was like, no, that isn't it at all. Because what if your natural order is no longer correct? And that's when my mind did a flip.
Holy shit.
And I was like, you know what? You're on to something. What if the natural order is no longer the natural order because it is being changed due to population control? And not the government population control. I mean Mother Nature putting her fucking foot down.
Okay, all right, enough of this crap.
It's like, and that's what made me think about that. And that's what changed my overall view of it. Because again, I had no problem with gay people. I, again, had 2 or 3 boyfriends in my life and done some things, yada, yada, yada.
I didn't know you had 2 or 3 boyfriends. I mean,
Okay, let me rephrase. I've had 2 boyfriends, 1 lover. We'll put it that way. But I never understood the being born gay part of it.
I was actually gonna ask because I didn't know if you guys knew. I have a really good gay friend. I'm not gonna say his name, but
I know what you're talking about.
we talk from time to time, and he has said, like, you're born gay, but I've always thought, like, what if, like, you're not born gay,
But you just want to be.
and, like, say like okay, we'll use me as an example. I'm 29. Say, like, up until, like, now, I've I have my crushes on girls. I had sex in high school and even up to this day with girls. And then 30, I get drunk, and I'm like, you know what? It wouldn't be a bad idea to just try it out. And then I tried it out, and then I loved it more than I liked girls.
Not to cut you off.
Maybe I'm bi, but like.
May's
But, like,
hang on.
It reminds me of a picture my best friend sent me. It said, beer, making straight men go gay
yeah.
since then.
I sent that to you.
Did you send that to me?
I sent that to you and Brandon.
I thought that
to
was
you and Brandon.
funny. I'm like, oh my god.
It's
Anyway,
the thing.
go ahead, sorry.
But, like, does that make me bi, or like?
So
I'm
like-
curious.
that isn't even bi-curious at that point.
Well, yeah.
So because here's the thing. I'm going to start this by saying the dumbest argument I have ever heard is a gay guy saying you cannot choose to be gay. I can choose
That's
to be
what I'm
whatever.
trying.
Well-
That's what I'm trying to ask. Like, I
Yeah.
don't understand the whole, like, do you have to be born gay, or can
No.
you choose to be gay later on in life?
You have the natural right to choose who you like, who you date, who you fuck. You can choose who you are attracted to, and some can debate this with, oh, you're just naturally attracted to people, and that is also true.
To also provide some context, there also are some women that are not naturally born gay, but will start to go for female partners because of bad male experiences. So it's not a process of, you have to be born gay to be gay. There can be extenuating circumstances where it's like, I'm done with this sex. I don't want to have this sex anymore. I've had bad experiences with this opposite sex. Let me try my kind for a while. And hey, I actually enjoy this a lot more. It's a lot more loving, more caring. And it's just, and like, I have a friend of mine that was a lesbian for years, got married to a man, has children. It's just, it's not, if you're born gay, you are solidly gay for the rest of your life. If you decide halfway down your life that you're gay and you also like to dabble in women,
that just makes you...
that just makes you, omnibus.
Yeah, it's like, you don't have to be born gay. Yes, there are people born gay, but you don't have to be.
How do we get off of relaxation?
Because we didn't have anything to talk about with relaxation.
I still.
And I love a good debate. And I want people to get angry at this.
That's not good to get angry.
No, I want to hear their opinion. People speak most when they are angry.
Okay.
And they can agree with me, and that is fine. I just don't see why you have to be born gay. I've had girlfriends. I've had multiple girlfriends. And yeah, my first boyfriend might have been me being bi-curious, wondering if I liked it or not. Found out I liked it. Not as much as I liked women, but I liked it. I could fuck with it. Literally. Do I think that I was born with that mindset? No. I think I'm a curious individual who went, well, what if? Because I like to experience things. I like to learn by doing. I am a better learner by doing things. And it just happened that I enjoy both sexes. Do I think it would be any different if I had gotten that boyfriend and decided that I like men more than women? Maybe.
Well, yeah, because May wouldn't be sitting here today.
Well, no, I say maybe because it's hard for me to see it that way. I like boobs. Boobs are good. They're fun to play with. Any man can agree with me on that. Boobs are fun to play with. They're fun to look at. It's a natural instinct in men that we see a female with breasts, and we think they are natural born mothers. They are good for kids. They are good with kids.
Essentially good breeding stock.
Yeah, it's good breeding stock. And that's honestly why men look at big tits and go, she's fucking hot. It's a natural instinct in men's brains to look for it because it's good mating material. That would be a good mate because she has big tits.
Mm-hmm.
You can look that shit up.
It's true. Yeah, it's really true.
I just like boobs, so
because it's a subdimensional, not subdimensional. That'd be weird. It's a subprimal thought in our brains. We don't think about it.
It's the primal subconscious.
Yeah, it's the bestial subconscious.
It's the reptilian brain.
Yeah.
And this kind of does tie in with relaxation because, you know, some gay people might think gay sex is relaxing and boobs are relaxing.
Yeah.
I like to relax my head on some soft titties.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a woman's thighs, or even if a man's got some nice thighs, because there are some men out there with fucking goddamn leg day every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like me.
Can you crush your watermelon between your thighs?
Well, no, but...
No,
well,
but I can crush your
maybe.
head.
Unless...
Unless.
Wait a second.
Sauce.
Wait a second. But no, it's just one of them things. Like, I don't even know where I was going with that little rant. The fact that people are so caught up in one direction, they can't see the other pathways. I agree with people saying that you can be born gay. I disagree with those people that say you can be born gay, that then say you cannot choose to be gay. Because we all have that right to choose.
Mm-hmm.
And if you find something fun, you typically do it a lot. So if you find pounding a guy in the ass from behind,
Honey.
fun,
Oh, Jesus.
then by all means, we're an 18 plus fucking podcast. I don't give a flying fuck if I say that I like porking a guy from behind. Like, goddamn. You don't like my use of language? Don't watch. I'm gonna be the... What's his fucking name? Not Joe Rogan. They're putting chemicals in the water that are turning the freaking frogs gay. Alex Jones. That man is an idiot.
What do you think? Do you like the water?
Yeah, it's very good design on the water.
Okay.
I also like the misty form on the air up here and whatnot.
Cool.
But, no, I'll go on a separate rant about Alex Jones here in a fucking minute. Because
Let's not. Please, let's not.
Why? The fucker's being sued
Let's not.
for a lot of money. You want to know why? The Casey Anthony bullshit. He's saying every single family in that shooting was an actor and that they're all full of bullshit.
Wow.
And you know what? He's getting sued for it.
Well, yeah.
And you know what? They didn't even go to court. He was sued. The judge looked at the case and went, yeah, you've already lost. Pay your fines.
You already lost.
They didn't even have a court for it. Because he has been sued for it so many times and lost, the court was able to just go, yeah, you lose this one too, buddy. Quit doing it.
Quit it.
So he has to pay every single one of those families for emotional distress
Yeah, I mean,
and slander.
that is like huge emotional distress sitting there. It's like, oh, you're just, all these people that died. This is, they were all
They
acting.
didn't actually die. They were all actors. You're all paid actors for the news. Yada yada yada. You got to learn when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you got to learn when too far is too far.
You're like, oh, well, you can't do that because it's my right of freedom of speech. We have the right to say whatever we want within context and reason.
Yeah, there's got to be context to what you're saying. You can't just sit here and say, oh, they're all lying. No, you can't.
I can say what I'm saying about Alex Jones because what I'm saying about Alex Jones is real. You can look it up. He's being sued and lost. Legal Eagle has a video on it. I can say it because there is that proof. You cannot slander somebody based off of a conspiracy.
Legal Eagle, if you ever come across our podcast, he is one of your biggest fans.
Oh my God, let me on your... I learned so much about the law from Legal Eagle. Not to say I can't be a lawyer. I could probably defend myself a little bit, but never do that shit.
He is your number one, please notice me senpai fan, so.
He's glorious. Everything about him, he doesn't care, but he's also a lawyer. And he even called Alex Jones a fucking idiot.
Biggest cases, notice me senpai.
Fuck it, Legal Eagle. I want you on this podcast. If you see this, I want you on this podcast. Period. You were a light when COVID shutdown first happened. I watched you every single fucking day. It's how I learned about stand your ground laws. It's how I learned about all these different fucking laws.
There you go. Well, Legal, if you ever come across podcasts,
let's make it happen, people. If you're watching, if you see it, if you can tweet it out at him, if you can clip this and send it to him.
YouTube algorithm.
Make
send it to
him
Legal Eagle.
Fucking say it. I want him on here. He would be really fucking fun.
Good God.
Any updates on the other special guest?
I clarified to make sure that there weren't any questions that we could not ask. There were none that came to mind. I am still waiting on their schedule to be cleared up. Their problem is they had recently gotten together to not only do a stream themselves explaining one of their latest projects, but they also released said project. So they're kind of wore out. If that makes sense. They're kind of mentally exhausted doing all that. So I'm still waiting for them to get back with me on that.
Well, you got to figure also with them,
being semi-famous, if not full famous.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I figured out who it was, Alpha.
Yeah.
Editing the video, I kind of put two and two together. My hair dye was working that day.
Yeah. You figured out who the special guests are going to be.
So I'm kind of stoked to do the thumbnail for it. So I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it.
Use the background of this one of the things. I'll send it to you.
Okay. But another thing is relaxing, and
this is relaxing.
Yes,
me going on a rant about all this shit is fucking relaxing.
I was gonna say because he seemed really he didn't want to be here, and then now that he's ranted, he's
yeah, because that's how I am. I enjoy a good rant, and that's kind of what this podcast. Not necessarily the reason why we started it, but I'm free to do it, and people can disagree with me. People can agree with me by all means. That's part of living the life. I'm not going to shun you for it unless you're a complete and total piece of shit, and then I will shun you for it. Don't be a piece of shit. There's no reason for it. But that's what I like about this podcast. We can rant. Back on the subject of being born gay and whatnot. The guy you were talking about earlier, Alpha, is the one you work with.
Yeah.
When he and I were in elementary school, middle school, and a little bit through high school, me and my friend group at the time went up to him and asked him if he was gay. He denied it, dude. He denied it for 4 or 5 years. He always told us he was extremely feminine.
Well, yeah, because in high school you don't want to admit because you're going to get your ass kicked.
It wasn't just in high school. It was in elementary and middle school as well. We told him that it was okay, too, if he was. We understood. We just wanted to know for sure.
Yeah.
And he just always said, he was just an extremely feminine dude. We always saw him hanging around girls, and we were envious because, he's hanging around all these women, and we're over here fucking stroking each other's dicks. But
because they felt comfortable around him.
Yes. And that's awesome. But later on in life, he is now flamboyant as hell.
I love it.
It's great. It's glorious. Everything about him is magnificent. He is the sassiest motherfucker I have ever met.
He's the sassiest motherfucker.
He puts the yas in yas queen. I did that a little
And
too well, didn't I?
he did. I don't know. Like I've really gotten really close to him a lot this past year, and I never thought I would because I've worked with him before, and then he quit and he's came back. But like he's genuinely like, yes, he can come off as like an asshole,
But
and you
it's
know
warranted. If he comes off as an asshole and he's actually being legit, it's probably because you pissed him off.
yeah. But like now that like I can honestly say that I'm truly happy that like to say that he's a close friend of mine, not like someone like you or May or you know Scoop Steve or Smeagol, but
But he's
like
someone
I
you would
could go to
confide in.
like I could go to him like he's actually we're texting right now, but like I could literally break down to him and he would sit there and talk to me and you know calm me down and shit
He's a
and
good
like
guy.
and the other like this ties in with when I was talking about going through that depression rant a couple podcasts back when that guy called him a faggot. Just snapped because like one it was uncalled for, but like you know like they don't deserve that fucking shit.
No, absolutely
Just
not.
because you like fucking pussy and he doesn't give you the right to call him a faggot.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Don't get me wrong. I've slipped up. I have said that word as an insult.
We all did. We were all kids, you know. We grew up
I
saying,
still do
"You're a
it.
fag." Oh, I'm a female ass grabber. Okay, thanks.
Every
We all
once
thought
in a
it was
while,
cool.
it still slips out of me. I'll be playing Call of Duty or I'll be playing Apex, and I'll call somebody that. I would never call an actual gay person that.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't make it better, but I
But if
typically
you're straight, it's okay. I'm just kidding.
No.
no. Well, when you think about it, so
If you're
what pisses
straight
off
and you
a
piss
straight
Fang
man?
off in Call of Duty,
No. So here's the funny thing: what pisses straight heterosexual fucking complete douchebag men off the most?
Yeah, point.
Calling them gay, calling them a faggot. I ain't gay. I've never sucked dick. I only like pussy. They get all sorts of fucking pissed off. I love it. A gay guy will slap me in the face for calling him that. And you know what? It's warranted.
I deserve
But a
it.
straight guy just gets his fucking panties in a twist. I was almost going to say another word, but if I say it incorrectly, it sounds like something else, and I don't want that clipped.
Yeah, let's not.
The British word for panties.
Knickers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's knickers.
I know.
Nickers.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
if I say it wrong,
you do with the emphasis on the k.
yeah.
I understand what you're trying to say.
Uh-huh. They get their little
I
jimmies
feel
rustled.
you on that. I'd be scared to attempt that.
Yeah, it's like they get their jimmies
Not racist
rustled.
whatsoever.
I just
No,
don't want
it's-
it to be
it's the
flagged
actual
and somebody be
term.
like, "Oh, Fang said this," when it's actually me talking about the British word for panties.
Yeah, knickers. Nickers.
They get those in a twist.
Yes.
Little tushy tuck.
Little slappy make daddy happy.
No,
That's the best part of that movie.
shouldn't have been in a fucking kids movie. Little slappy, make daddy happy. You're about to make daddy
When I
act up.
watched it by myself as a big movie watcher, I chuckled. I was like, "Ah, that's funny." And then I like was passing through the living room one day. My niece was watching it, and it just happened to be that clip or that part in the movie, and I was like, "Wait the fuck up, Dad!
Right.
Did you hear what he just said?"
It's
And he's like, "No." So he rewound it and he listened to it and he's like, "That shouldn't be in this."
They're getting away with a lot more shit in kids. Like, don't get me wrong, I know kids movies back in our day, they had some adult jokes in there that I look back on and I go, huh, that
Huh.
went right over my fucking head. But I almost feel like now in kids movies, they're more prevalent.
I think they're more or less nowadays pointed towards parents because the kids aren't going to get that innuendo. Like, look at Road to El
That's it.
Dorado.
Road to El Dorado has... that man was straight up getting dome.
He was getting dome. Like, yeah.
Straight up neck.
I think 2 points here is I think one, they like May said they're there for the adults because you know kids watch them and they're like, well, what do you want to watch? Oh, I want to watch this. We just watched that yesterday. I know, but I want to watch it. Okay, whatever. So they throw parent jokes or adult jokes in there so we can hear it. Another thing is that we're more older, we understand more. So something that would have went over our pea little brain as a kid isn't gonna go over our brain now because we're more knowledgeable. So we see it and we're like, oh,
Something funny. So I just found out, like, so the person that does the voice for Stitch, actually wasn't originally going to be the person that did the voice for Stitch. He was just doing the reading, and he just did it so well. They're like, "Why don't you just read the voice for Stitch?" He's like, "Okay." Okay. So I thought that was really cool because he actually worked on the production team, so I thought that was pretty cool. But back on relaxations, like yeah, like doing rants like that, it's as long as I'm not getting like stupid heated, because I can get real mad in an argument real quick. But that's because I'm an Aquarius, so I'm easy to flip.
Star sign.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm easy to flip. I can be a heartless, emotional bitch and have no feelings when I sit there and tell you that you're a worthless piece of shit and I hope you choke on.
Breathe,
like,
woman.
Yeah, like I'll just go there. I'll go to that place and have no remorse for the fact that I am physically bringing you down by words.
I don't think it's star sign related with me personally. I like pissing people off.
Well, this is your asshole.
If I don't
See
know
how I
you,
didn't deny it.
if I don't know you, and you're being a prick, I'm going to piss you off because it's going to bring me some kind of joy because I've already determined you are scum beneath my boot.
You're the scum between my toes. Love alfalfa. I love that movie.
And to be clear, my definition of a worthless piece of shit is somebody who blatantly doesn't give a fuck about other human beings.
Or deadbeat dads.
Or deadbeat dads.
I hate deadbeat dads.
But it's weird. I don't know how to say it. I like pissing people off. Even in like Call of Duty, I love pissing people off.
I think it's just because you're a Scorpio. You just like pushing.
It has nothing to do with my goddamn.
It does. All Scorpios are like, "Fuck you, I hate you, let's go fuck." That's what Scorpios are.
I don't want to fuck any of the people that I piss off.
No, but you like pissing them off because you're a fucking Scorpio.
Or I'm a sadist.
Well, that's besides the point.
Yeah, to touch up on that though would be like, I think another relaxation thing is these podcast things, because for me, even if it's just a topic, like last week was childhood memories, I got to revisit childhood memories, so it kind of like was relaxing, like because I don't think about those things often, like childhood memories, or like a couple weeks back when I went on my little depression rant. This year has been hard on me, mentally and physically, and like to finally just express it out to the 35 followers we have on the podcast on YouTube. Maybe not everyone's listening to it, but like the people that did listen to it, they heard my story, and I'm not trying to just tell you for attention, but like it felt good to finally get it off. Am I where I want to be? No, I'm still have my days, some are better than others. It's been a lot better than the past 2 weeks, but going on that rant felt amazing, and it got a lot off my chest. The stuff that I was hiding inside.
I will preach this until I am blue in the face. I honestly think you should go see a therapist. Like, go talk, get more of it off your chest. It's going to do a lot more help than you think it is.
I respect that, and I'm not trying to say that it doesn't help people, because I know my ex went to see a therapist throughout her life, and I know several people that have, and I've had several people telling me this. It's just, and you guys may agree with this, or the viewers may agree or disagree with this, but like, if I'm not trying to say this in a bad way, they do great jobs for the most part, and I've almost lied there. I have seen a therapist as a kid, but if I don't want to talk about it to even say like you guys, like if I don't want to like go out and talk to my friends or people I can that will listen to me, or even my family, what makes you guys, I'm not just saying this to you, I just mean like in general, what makes people think that I want to go tell a complete stranger my thoughts and then pay them? I don't want to pay to rant to somebody and still have those same feelings. It just seems like a waste of time and money. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's not for everybody. The people that go to do therapy, hats off to you guys if that's what you want to do. And I'm not trying to change your mind. My feelings towards it, I don't want to pay somebody, a stranger, to listen. If and when I want to, I can just talk to who's going to listen to me whenever.
I think
I know it's bad to keep bottled up, but
no, you're fine. No, I think it is, and I can understand where you're coming from, but the aspect of it is that it's a setting where it's with somebody that, yes, you don't know, but it's also someone you don't know that's not going to tell anybody that you know what you're talking about. Plus, they're also trained to go into things like, okay, so this is how you feel. So what are some triggers that make you go, like, they try to get more to the deeper root of the problem, not just to sit there like, oh, well, you feel bad, well, just, quit it. No, they're like, well, you keep doing this. Well, then what are things that cause you to keep doing this? They try to find the cause that has the effect that you do to it. So it's not them just, getting paid to, listen to you tell your feelings. They're actually there physically, mentally, emotionally trying to help you get through the issues that you're struggling with. So, I understand your point though. Like I see it.
I get that, and I know it's their job. Like everybody goes to school or does whatever to get the job that they're doing, and that's their job to find the problem and help fix it. But at the end of the day, you're your own worst enemy.
Yeah.
So I could pay this person, and I hate keep saying, I'm paying this person to try to fix me, and that's part of their job. But like, I don't want to, at the end of the day, I don't want to pay this person, a complete stranger, and tell them my problems. And at the end of the day, I'm still fighting that battle because like, at the end of the day, what are they going to do? Prescribe me something?
No, they just have you come back and keep working through
A
it.
therapist can recommend you medication, but I don't think they are actually able to prescribe you medication.
No, they can have you come back because they probably give you exercises to work through to help better yourself, to help to get you into a routine of doing something different, to get you out of what you're in. And they also have you come back to talk more with them to get more feelings, see like, hey, did this work? Do we need to change something? Do you feel like this is more helpful? Or so I think it's also a way of them to get their foot in the door of you understanding what your emotions are, and then how to better work around your emotions so you're not constantly tearing yourself down.
Yeah,
I get that, and I respect people because, like I said, I went to therapy as a kid. It did help as a kid. I just think personally, at a time like this, the only person that can fix me is me.
Mm-hmm.
And even like my buddy from work that we've just recently talked about in the podcast, he's helped me. He's like, the only way that you're gonna get better is if you work on yourself. Stop looking for a girlfriend or stop looking for a girl, or do what you want. Work on yourself. And I think that's what I'm trying to do.
Stop looking
So
for
I
love,
think
it'll find you.
well, that's not the only thing, but those are the things that came to my head.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have been working on me. So, but it's just gonna take time. So no hate towards therapists. It's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying your job sucks or anything. Hats off to you. You guys got a lot of patience,
well,
physically there and mentally listening to these people, but it's just not for me.
Right.
we have gone over our time limit here. We are an hour and 2 minutes.
Yeah, but to wrap up, relaxation can be one of many things. It can be going out to a firing range, firing some guns, to, playing a sport of some kind, reading, hell, I know for some people,
Music.
cleaning, music's a great one.
Hanging out with your friends,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
So there's lots of stuff that you can do that is fantastic for relaxing. I mean, sometimes, like Fang said, just sleeping is a fantastic relaxation thing for him. For me, it's gaming and doing art, and sometimes it's just like doing puzzles or coloring books. Like I love coloring books, and I'm a grown adult, so those are great. Like I love the naughty word coloring books. I need to get me some. But like, I guess for relaxation, what's best for you. So, but with that, we're gonna go ahead and come to our close. So please do make sure you are following us on all of our social medias. We really do appreciate you guys.
I tolerate
Buy
your
merch.
existence.
Buy merch.
Yes, we do have merch. Wolfcast Podcast 2021 at yahoo.com. We have our Patreon as well, where you get exclusive gifts as well as one-on-one experiences with the podcast, art lessons. You get to see sneak peeks of what I'm working on. So it's really fun.
You have all that set up.
Yeah, I have it all set up. I'm a crafty little dragoness.
You're something.
Oh.
I was actually wearing my merch shirt yesterday when I went out, and I had several people just like, and you could tell where they're looking. They just like looking at the shirt, like, what the fuck?
You gotta just look at it and be like, sorry, my eyes are up here.
I think my eyes are up here, but our
My
podcast.
favorite response to that is a woman goes, my eyes are up here. I'm like, yeah, but that's not what I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's not what I'm looking at.
If I wanted to look at your eyes, I'd be looking at your eye.
Well, we appreciate you guys. We love you. Thank you so much for your support. So we will see you guys in the next video. So until next time, bye!
Later.
Bye.